I saw him probably kill like 2 zombies in this whole film.
He killed over 100.
Yeah.
Welcome to Agents of Screen, the first and only place to come to for movie reviews live at the cinema. Today we've just watched Zombieland Double Tap. Let's get into our first impressions. This will be spoiler free until we get into the no holds barred discussion, what we like, dislike. But first impression, spoiler free. Ben, how did you feel?
Do you know what? This is what I'm going to compare Zombieland series to. So Zombieland series is the popular girl in high school. She's on top of the world. Like, everyone loves her. Everyone just adores her. Then 10 years later, she comes out of school. She ain't popular no more.
Wow.
She's dead.
What?
She's whack.
Wow.
She got 4 kids,
Wow.
and she's trying to hold them up. Because that's what this film is trying to do. Hold up that legacy. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not sure I want to be part of this
That's
anymore.
all I'm saying.
Oh my god. Okay, Daryl, how did you feel? What was your first impression?
You know what's weird is that I'm assuming you didn't like it. I thought the first one was hilarious. It's fun. It's a fun movie, and this movie's trying to like get the spirit of that, as in it's trying to be fun. It's trying to be different. I mean, it kind of felt like a little bit of a video game at the beginning.
Fair.
When they're explaining certain things about what they're about to face and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, it was a fun movie. I'm not going to say it was amazing, but I would definitely say it's not better than the first one.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Adam, how did you feel?
Well, first of all, I just want to say, I think, Ben, the fact you haven't had a haircut for 4 weeks is making you a little bit mad. Yeah, it's making you insane.
Has it been 4 weeks?
I'm just saying, this is dedication to the channel, because this is cosplay actually. Like, this is cosplay for the
Listen,
movie. Come
okay.
on.
Anyway, look, it was a fun film. I enjoyed the film throughout. At the start, I was a little bit worried that they were trying, like Daryl said, trying to recreate the first one. At one point, I thought they were just going to repeat the first one, but they didn't. They turned around, and I enjoyed the film. Good fun watch.
Yeah, good fun watch.
Good fun
Yeah,
watch.
okay, cool. And James, how do you feel about this film? First impressions?
This actually ended up being actually a really good film though. Like, it wasn't like, it was actually very good. It wasn't like super sick, but it was really good. I couldn't stop laughing throughout the film.
I can hear you.
Yeah. But yeah, it's not as good as the first one, because on the first one, I swear, it was like an art form for him, like killing zombies. Like, this one, not so much. He was just like more like, no, I mean, okay, look, if we're gonna talk about comparing like scenes, but let's not get into it. I'll talk about that later.
We'll talk
Can you
about that.
confirm, did you say you didn't expect this film to be good, by the way?
I didn't expect it to be as good as the first one.
Strong impressions. Myself, personally, I really liked it. I definitely disagree with Ben. I really enjoyed the film. I'm going to say I didn't think it was as good as the first one, but probably only by maybe half a point. I think it was a really good film. I really enjoyed it. Okay, so now we're going to get into what we liked and disliked about the film. Please bear in mind that this section will have spoilers, so if you haven't seen the film, go to the cinema, check it out. Let's get into the deep dive. Daryl, what did you really like about this film?
I mean, now obviously we're in spoiler section. I liked obviously like I was saying earlier about the computer games aspect of naming the different zombies. Oh, this is a ninja.
Yeah, and you're okay.
Yeah. I'm a
You're
massive
gay.
zombie fan. They showed all these people, but they didn't really utilize them.
Yeah.
So, for instance, like they had the ninja.
Did we see the ninja?
We did see some stuff, like for instance the Hawking, where it creeped up behind the. Was it Columbus? It creeped behind him.
Okay.
And then it tried to get him, and that's fine. But I mean, I would have liked to see a bit more, because all we saw was just a new zombie, which is this.
Did we actually see a ninja?
I mean, we saw the Hawking, we saw the Homer, which was also quite. And that's what I mean. I like the idea that it was just trying to be a fun film.
Hey, James, what did you like about the film?
Yeah, I think what I actually really enjoyed, again, like Tallahassee as well, like he was a strong character in this film. The T-800 in this film was wild. Like I just, when they first introduced her and then like Tallahassee killed him, it was like, oh, okay, cool. But then he like got up from a headshot. I was like, wait.
I mean, Adam.
Yeah.
What did you like about the film?
Do you know, something that I enjoyed the most throughout the movie was, again, like the guys have said, I was a big fan of the first one. It was, at the time, there was a lot of zombie films out, and this was a completely different take on it, so I really enjoyed it. All the way throughout Double Tap, they made subtle references to the first film.
Oh, they did. They certainly did.
Throughout the whole movie. So I think I enjoyed that a lot. And again, someone touched on the chemistry of the four. Again, really like that. Tallahassee is just two jokes. He cracks me up. Columbus as well, I really like his character. And even the new chick that came on the scene, the Eskimo from the fridge, I really liked her character as well.
I can imagine.
She was a good character.
I can imagine she's Marmite though. I can imagine she's Marmite.
She was just on job straight away. She was like, listen, I've been in the fridge for all these years. I'm either fucking you, I'm fucking the old guy. She was on job. She was on job. So I liked all the characters as well.
What's your highlight of the film?
Highlight of the film. Ooh, I think the whole scene, big spoiler here, but the whole scene in that motel when you got you got Tallahassee, Columbus, and they're fighting Columbus Mark II and Tallahassee Mark II. That whole scene was quite funny. And again, in that scene, there was a reference to the first film when Columbus like, don't swing. Okay, swing. And it didn't quite work this time around. But yeah, that whole scene was a highlight for me.
Also, that whole dynamic between the Mark II and Columbus when they're actually discussing each other's.
That was jokes.
Well, Ben, what did you really enjoy about this film?
Well, you know what? Like, I'm gonna be fair. Obviously, I'm not gonna go into this film and just slating it. It's a bad film. I'm gonna say this one out. It's a bad film, but there were positives.
Yeah. It doesn't mean that everything.
As other people have touched on, I did like the chemistry. We got Oscar-winning acts. We got Woody Harrelson. We got Emma Stone, who has aged quite a bit, may I say.
Ah, she's still buff. She's still buff.
She's
still buff. She's still buff. She's still buff. She's still buff. Come on, man.
And you know what? I like the real life references. Like they made like for Uber, like that girl where she was talking about like Uber. I liked it. I liked that. And The Walking Dead, where there was like, oh, that's so unrealistic, where they're basically living in a zombie-ridden world. So I liked the cast and the references, and there was a few like belly laughs. There was a few belly laughs throughout. So yeah, no, that's it really.
Highlight of the film.
Probably just Bill Murray, like that's it.
Huge spoiler. After the credits.
Yeah, I mean spoiler for after credits, but
So
you're watching
the highlight for your film is the after the credits,
Yeah, that's it.
not the film.
Not the film.
Hey, listen, I really like this film, man. What I really liked, they stuck with the nature of the first one. They didn't change it too much. Sometimes that doesn't hurt to keep it the same. I mean, take 21 Jump Street and 22 Jump Street. They literally make the joke of, let's just make the same film again. And it worked. I think with this one, it's in the same light as the first film. But it was still like they've moved forward. It's not exactly the same. I just really liked it, man. I really enjoyed it. Chemistry between all the characters, exactly as you lot have said, were just spot on. I feel like they actually have been together for 10 years. It doesn't feel like they're like, oh, let's film that. It actually felt real. Right, so that's what we liked about the film. This part's going to be really interesting. Let's get into what we didn't like about the film. Well, should we start? Okay, well, let's get the ball rolling. Benny, what, if there's anything, what didn't you like about this film?
Well, for the first part, I hated. I mean, spoiler, but how are you going to go into the finale and all you got is a monster truck and a bit of fire? Come on, like compared to the last film, that finale when he's in that little booth, he's got the guns, he's like bam, 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 bam. He's looking like bam, 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 bam. Like that was sick. Like I remember the first one, I was like, oh my days, this is sick. And then slow motion, ba 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 ba. So there's all that babbing, yeah. In this film, like they didn't utilize Tallahassee to their full potential. Like compared to number one, he didn't get utilized. I saw him probably kill like 2 zombies.
He killed over 100.
Yeah. Wait.
He got killed a year.
Century. Kill of the century.
Okay.
He literally killed hundreds.
This is how
in one hit.
This is how he got killed the century.
Yeah, that's when he's holding the hook. That's when he holds the hook.
That's it. But yeah, no, I feel like they tried too hard. Like literally, that's it. They tried too hard to replicate the first one, and they just got it all wrong. Like it was all wrong. And one thing, I thought they was gonna do this. You know, in the first one where he wanted the Twinkie, like the whole film, he had a motive. Like the motive was the Twinkie. I was thinking, okay, they're gonna put something in it now. Like, what's it gonna be? And just didn't get none of that. Like it was a whack story. Yeah, that's one. Like I feel like they went to the drawing board. They went to like their board meeting. They was like, okay, what can we do? What can we do? Yeah, what? It's a dead story. Like, I'm gonna say it's a dead story. And it's got dead action. Come on, Zombieland's supposed to be about action. Where's the action? I didn't see no action. But what? Nothing.
No. But how was the story in this one any worse off than the first one? The story in the first film isn't exactly
it's
dynamic.
We're not going into this expecting like a quiet place, like level story. But I want at least something where I'm like invested.
Oh, fair enough, mate. There's a lot of things you didn't like about this film.
Oh wait.
A few moments later.
Now, earlier on in the year, someone in this group slated a film, a super sick film, #1 of the year film. What did they call it? A cash grab. This is the definition of a dirty cash grab, if anything.
Passion.
Someone in this group
Name names.
called Toy Story 4 a cash grab.
Name names.
Who did that? Who did that?
Name
Step
names.
forward.
Who did this?
Name names.
Who did this?
Floor is
Who
yours.
did this?
Name names.
Who did this? Ben, there's a lot you didn't like about this film. Adam,
Yo. Yes.
mate, are you mirroring what Ben's saying here? Is there?
No. Don't be silly. No, not at all.
You're not all the same.
No. Raw racist.
No, you're.
It's 2019, man.
Come on,
What the
man.
hell?
Yeah.
No, I meant my right. The people on my right.
Yeah, no, I don't really agree with Ben on this one, to be honest with you. I think saying that the story was weak, when you compare it to the first one, is there much difference in the story? Probably not in terms of strength. But anyway, what I didn't like was something that Daryl mentioned earlier on about the different type of zombies and the evolution of zombies.
Okay.
So at the beginning of the film, they tell us that they're getting smarter. You got the Hawking, who's after Stephen Hawking, really smart, and you got the ninjas,
Yes.
who they said the first thing you hear is your own scream.
Yeah.
But then that was it. I just feel like from the way they started the film, explaining the other zombies, I thought they could have gone in a real good direction. And like I mentioned in my first impressions, when Emma Stone, when she ducked out again, I was like, here's it. Flip's sake, they're just repeating the first film.
That's it.
But I just exactly up. So I feel like they could have gone in a different direction with the other zombies. I didn't really like that, to be honest. Apart from that, like I said, I just enjoyed the film. It was fun.
Good film. Good
Yeah,
all
man.
round film.
Yeah, man.
Daryl.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you really didn't like about this film?
I would not really didn't like, but
Okay.
I think I'll take a few points from Ben here. That he's right about the action. I don't think it was as action packed as or more fun, basically, in my opinion. Like when they went to the Zombieland, for example, they'll have, he was enjoying himself, and there was actually like a moment where you actually think he's gonna die as well. Like when you see Tallahassee, it's like a moment. And I guess they did the same thing again in this one where he's swinging off the thing, and you think that's his.
I actually thought he was.
I actually thought he was gonna die as well. But yeah, what else did I not like about this film? But I mean, I don't think they were trying to make this story that good. I just think they're just trying to make a fun movie. But it would be nice to see purpose. So like, for instance, like Tallahassee had purpose in the other ones. These ones are just dragging along, going where they need to, wherever they're going. So it's, yeah.
Yo, James, what didn't you like about this film?
All right, so yeah, I want to talk about Babylon a little bit as well, because I do think it's actually wild. So like, first of all, no guns. They melt down all the guns and weapons whenever they come in there. Secondly, they have
Pendants.
Who cares? Who cares? Secondly, why are the lights on 24/7 but they've never had zombie encounters? You're trying to tell me that lights do not attract zombies? They do. They even proved it in the film. So that's a bullshit lie. Then they had fireworks.
There's a barrier.
What? Oh, so a barrier's supposed to save them from zombies attacking them in hordes. Even if the zombies didn't come in, wouldn't they constantly have zombies around the area from the lights that they have, the sounds they make on a regular basis? What, zombies are just gonna come in and I can't eat metal, let me just walk away. And yeah, that whole situation was weird. And also, yeah, in terms of action-wise, I was a bit disappointed that Tallahassee didn't get as much of screen time in terms of his action, because in terms of Zombieland 1, what Tallahassee did in that film compared to this, not on the same level.
Right, so that's our first impressions, our likes, our dislikes. Now we're going to get into my favourite part of the review, the scores. Let's start with Daryl. How do you want to score this film?
I'm sticking with what I said originally. I think the film was fun.
Good.
Obviously, it had a few issues keeping up. The beginning seemed a bit bland, but then it really picked up, so it was fine. It's something you can just turn on, and if you're at home or whatever, you don't, But if you're a fan of the first one, I know Ben might not agree with this, but if you're a fan of the first one, then yeah, give this a shot. With that said, I'm gonna be fair.
Okay.
I'm gonna give this film a 7.5.
Okay.
I was gonna give it an 8, but then I thought I don't think it's an 8, so 7.5 is good enough for me. I'll watch it again.
Adam,
Yo.
how you scoring this film?
Yeah, man. Good film. Enjoyed it throughout. Fun film. Fun watch. I want to watch it again. I will watch it again. If you're a fan of the first one, then definitely check this one out. You're going to enjoy this one as well.
Yeah.
Also, I think no one's actually mentioned this as well, but all the gore and the makeup that they used was really good as well. But yeah, real fun film. Like Daryl, I'm giving this a 7.5.
Okay. Average score 7.5 so far. Game, how do you feel about this film? How do you score this film?
I'm giving this film an 8.5. Okay, it was
I like it.
No, it was a very good film. I thought it was a decent sequel for Zombieland. Wasn't, like I said, not as good as the first one, but I still really thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, so Ben,
Let's go, bro.
how did you score this film?
What I will say is, if you enjoyed the first one, I will tell you to watch it, because there is obviously there's people that liked it. You've seen people that have liked this film, so I'd recommend you go watch it. Would I watch this again? Definitely not. But what I will say is, I did like the chemistry. I did like the laughs. There were laughs in there. It's not a whack film all together. But what I will say is, it's shit. So. 4 out of 10.
Wow.
And this is the worst film I watched this year.
Wow.
What has been?
Almost at the end of the year, though.
Yeah,
This is so much better than Godzilla. It's so much better this is than Godzilla.
I agree.
so much better.
I agree. What I'll say is, I really enjoyed the film. I agree with all the good points. It was just really good. It was a laugh. I even laughed out loud in the cinema. Like, I couldn't help it. It was just so funny. It was just so funny. It's only about half a point less than the first one for me. Like, I believe that this film is not part of the sequel curse. With that in mind, I give this film an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 for me. So with that in mind, our average score will be on the screen somewhere about here. Right there. Thank you for watching. We're the Agents of S.C.R.E.E.N. If you haven't already, subscribe to our channel, drop a like on the video. Let us know in the comments if you agreed, disagreed with some of the more extreme points. Until next time, signing out. Peace.